I guess, Ish, I'll start with you. You had a really good first half, dropped in some points. How did things go right in the first half, and then what happened in the second half to lose the production?
In the first half, they came to me early. My teammates did a great job of getting me open, and the coaches ran plays for me to get my shots, so I just had the easy job of making shots. And then in the second half, the way the team is set up, sometimes it's not your half, so it might not be your half. So in the second half, Nijel and Keys, they carried the load in the second half, so I just had to be solid and play my role, and that's what I did. So happy we got the win.
Nigel, how did it feel out there? Second game in, seemed like your shot was really falling tonight. What did it feel like tonight?
I mean, it just felt good to be out there. I mean, just day by day being appreciative, be able to play this game. I know it's still early in the season. I mean, it felt good to get this second W under our belts. Completely opposite of what we had last year. It's just good for our confidence going to this tournament in KC this weekend.
Markquis, how much has ball movement been an emphasis in practice?
Excuse me, can you
How
repeat?
much has ball movement been an emphasis in practice?
Every day, on a daily basis, ball movement is key because we got a lot of guys. The ball can't really stick with shooters. And we are a better team when the ball moves. So when you got that much talent, you got to move the ball and try to use it to the best of your ability.
Yes, you feel like the player movement and ball movement was as good as you guys can get early in the season?
For sure, because like Keith said, since our last game, our emphasis during practice has been ball movement, and we did a great job of doing that, and we just wanted to show that we continue to get better, and I feel like it got another level to get to, especially closing out games at the end. But like Keith said, we got so much talent in this team. The more we've spread the love and pass the ball around, the harder it is going to be for opponents to guard us.
Markquis, what kind of element does it add to this offense when you have a guy like Ish who can step outside and shoot as a big man?
It's great, man, when you got a guy like this who can pick and pop, spread the floor. It's easier for guards to drive the lane and kick the ball. He's a great shooter. We have great shooters on the court, so he just makes it a lot easier when you're playing with him. You're kicking, you're moving the ball around. It's just a great feeling.
And Nigel, when you played these guys last year, the last second shot from Selton was to be does it show how much you've improved that you could lead by 26 in this game?
I feel like so. I mean, there's different aspects on, different team last year, different team they have, different team we got this year, but it just shows how much we've grown, even from the first game to the second one. I'm pretty sure everybody can see, the improvement that we made. We did some hard practices over the couple of days stretch to get ready for this game, and probably gonna have a couple more hard ones before we go to KC next week.
Markquis, coming from a smaller school, what is it going to be like for you as you go into this upcoming week against some of these better competition? Obviously, you've gone against them in the past, maybe not as much on a consistent basis. Is there kind of a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, it's kind of a chip on my shoulder. I compete against these guys every day, so it makes me better in practice. And, with Arkansas coming up and, hopefully we can play Illinois, it's just going to be great. It's a great experience. At the end of the day, it's basketball. I love basketball. We all love basketball. So at the end of the day, we're just going to compete and try to win.
Nigel, going off of that, what does a comfortable win do for your confidence heading into Kansas City, potentially facing two top 25 teams?
It's just good for our confidence in general. I mean, a win is a win for us. Going into this 2-0 is really good for us. We're thinking about being 3-0 next, though. We know we got a tough competition, tough team in Arkansas, but we all believe that we can beat them. We just got to put the work in, put the effort behind it.
Nigel, what does Mark bring to this offense and his playmaking ability, and you and Markquis able to play off the ball and stuff like that?
It just brings another ball handler to the floor. Not every time me and Markquis had to go pick up the ball. Mark can push it, especially with his size. He's able to stretch the floor. Not a lot of people have that size of a guard on their team. Mark trying to misses up the mismatches where you can't put a big on him, but you can't put a small guard on him either. So, he just throws everybody's game plans off with his size and his ability.
And then just how good is Selton Miguel compared to last year, this year? His ability to get to the bucket today just seemed to be, a lot different.
Once again, I told you guys early, Selton Miguel is improved. We all seen it even from open gym this summer. Selton Miguel came back a totally different player. His jump shots improved, and not only his jump shot, but his decision making and being able to get to the basket. we've seen it. He has 6 to 1 assist turnover ratio to that last couple minutes. I mean, just some careless mistakes, but we know he'll pick it up. I mean, 6 to 1 is outstanding.
And then Ish, 6 rebounds. Pretty solid rebounding night for you. What do you do in that area to make sure that you're getting on the glass?
I watched film from last game, and I got to make sure I continue to attack the glass because at my size, when we're able to play small ball, it helps us offensively. But if I don't rebound, we can't do that. So It's just a matter of a mental thing, just being locked in, boxing out, and attacking the glass hard, and not watching the game, but being a part of the action.
When you guys have your leader, Mike McGurl, kind of struggle like he has these first 2 games, how nice is it for you guys as a group to pick him up, and kind of what's the message to him as he tries to fight through this?
I got you.
I mean, we all know how great of a player Mike McGurl is. I mean, playing with him last year, he's had those moments where he's done some outstanding things. Everybody has those slumps. I even had the slumps before. I just will always talk to him like, man, I feel like you're overthinking yourself sometimes. We can see it out there. We just got to continue to encourage him. I mean, he just needs a couple buckets to go in just to get himself flowing. And he'll be right back to that great player that we know he is.
Hey, Markquis, I'm trying to think how to phrase this. Does this next game mean anything extra to you, just given where you transferred from, or kind of like, well, whatever, I'm not in that state anymore, who cares?
It means a lot. Playing against a top 25 team, they're pretty good. So going into this game 2-0, it brings our confidence, and the next couple practices got to be good in order for us to actually beat that team. So just having that chip on our shoulder, just what last year was the COVID year, and being able to get a big win like this will change the dynamic of the season. So I feel like it's gonna be a good situation for us. We're gonna learn how to win, lose, or draw. So I think it's gonna be good.
Okay, I did do a really bad job asking that then. I guess I meant just coming from Little Rock, and I'm sure you saw Arkansas fans all the time. I just noted that add anything for you specifically that you're facing Arkansas, considering you came from Little
It's
Rock?
not necessarily Arkansas that I'm really facing. It's just another opponent that I look at it like that. It's another opponent that you're facing. They're stepping on the same court as us. So, I'm trying to get the win at the end of the day, whether it's Arkansas, Kentucky, Duke, you name it. So.
Ish, what do you think this whole team wants to prove that they Kansas City?
I mean, like Coach said, this tournament not gonna make or break our season, but like he said, it's a great opportunity for us to show that we got a lot better from last year, and it's a top 25 team, and these are the type of games you should live for, to go play against what's considered the best teams and show that you belong and you're even better. So just a great opportunity to learn and get better and go out there and perform.
I guess, Ish, how refreshing is it to be in an offense like this and utilize the way you were like tonight in the first half?
I mean, it's great, it's a credit to the coaches and my teammates and stuff like that. And it's just, it's a way to how you grow as a player too. I mean, I got better, I feel like, individually as a player, and they see that as a coaching staff, and that's why they brought me here. And my teammates, I try to do a good job of showing my teammates where they got the confidence in me to go to me like they did today. Today it was me. So next game it might be Mike McGurl, it could be Markquis, it could be anybody. That's just how this team is, and I feel like that's gonna make us super special.
You guys were able to get to the basket and also involve Casey and Davion. How big was that, just to be able to get to the rim and then have them finish?
I feel like it was a great impact for them. I mean, they're probably one of the hardest workers on the floor that doesn't get the ball as much as guards do. They got to play defense every possession. They got to screen hard and they got to dive hard every time, but not every time they get the ball. And being able to find them rolling, give them some easy layups and dunks, I mean, it boosts their confidence and makes them want to do more on the offensive defense end. And I feel like that's where made the separation in this game.
Anything else for these guys? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.